You might not have sought this. You might not have expected this. You might even resist it when it arrives. But God works in ways we cannot grasp at the start. He pays no attention to age, to dates, to lines on the skin, or to figures on a page. He sees only souls. He sees purpose. He sees perfect timing. Because when God places a younger soul in your path, He is not trying to make you feel inadequate. He is trying to awaken the true you hidden beneath years, beneath routine, beneath what others expect. There was a point on your road where the child in you grew quiet, where the dancer in you hung up her shoes, where the dreamer in you tucked away her wings and settled for merely getting by instead of truly living. You grew responsible. You grew resilient. You lifted others when they fell. You carried weights no one noticed. You grew wise. But gradually, without realizing, you began aging in spirit far more than in body. And then God spoke softly to creation, restore their light, restore their flame, restore their vitality. So He sends someone younger not to overshadow your depth, but to revive your essence. This younger soul arrives like dawn, unannounced, radiant, gentle, warming the chilled places in your world. They laugh freely, without restraint. They love openly, without ledger. They dream boldly, without hesitation. And deep within you, something stirs. Not your flesh, your fire, not your years, your life force. Suddenly you recall the thrill of awaiting a message, a call, a voice, a nearness, to feel vitality instead of weariness, delight instead of obligation, truly alive instead of merely enduring. This is more than romance. It is revival. It is the quiet reopening of a heart that slowly shut its gates after too many hurts, wanting to stir the youth within you once more. The presence of a younger soul does not make you feel older. It makes you feel here, now. It pulls you into the present. It shows you that life is measured not by years accumulated, but by depth experienced. They disrupt your habits. They shatter your gravity. They free you from rhythms you mistook for safety. They remind you that passion belongs to every age. Dreams are for all who dare. Love is for every heart willing to try again. God sends them so you may rediscover yourself. The you who once laughed without apology, who hoped without limit, who believed in wonder, in miracles, in deep bonds. And perhaps you had forgotten how weary your spirit had grown, how heavy the decades felt, how silent your heart had turned. But God remembered, and He sent someone with fire in their gaze to warm the places in you that had cooled. 2. Because you are spiritually seasoned. Now grasp this truth. God does not orchestrate such meetings by chance. This bond is the fruit of your growth. You have weathered tempests. You have known loss. You have learned waiting. You have ripened not only in years but in soul. You no longer plead for affection. You no longer pursue approval. You no longer rival others. You know peace. You know calling. You know release. God sees this. He trusts you now. So He brings you someone younger in time yet bearing lessons they could not master alone. And you become their steady beacon, not by control but by love, by being there, by quiet leading. In exchange, they offer you treasures beyond price: energy, warmth, thrill, renewal, awe, a holy trade, wisdom for spark, steadiness for fervor, depth for brightness, experience for eagerness. Together you forge harmony. You teach them to pause and breathe. They teach you to quicken and feel. You gentle their raw edges. They lighten your solemnity. Two souls equal in worth, distinct in offerings. That is heaven's equation. 3. Because you each carry healing for the other. Sometimes God sends people first as healers, not merely lovers, not to occupy empty space, but to revive space you thought lost forever. Two souls meet, two paths intersect. Two journeys briefly halt and gaze at each other as if long acquainted before this life. You call it chance, but heaven planned this encounter long before you imagined their existence. Perhaps you prayed for calm, and God sent joy wearing their smile. Perhaps you sought ending, and God sent insight shaped as closeness. Perhaps you wished to release the past, and God sent someone who does not delete your story but tenderly pens its next pages. They sit beside you. They hear your tales, the ones you thought no one wished to know anymore. They cradle your sorrow gently, not by solving it, but by holding space for it. Their nearness becomes balm. Your nearness becomes compass. It is sacred medicine, mutual, ordained. They heal you by showing love can be tender. You heal them by proving love can be profound. They ease your isolation. You ease their uncertainty. They bring innocence, not childishness, but a heart the world has not yet hardened. And through their gaze, you see yourself anew, not aged, not weary, not behind, but radiant, deserving, chosen. Perhaps you did not need a mate. Perhaps you needed a mirror held in divine hands, a mirror reflecting your true essence, free of years, of scars, of doubt. Sometimes the younger soul is not the next chapter. They are the redemption chapter. They arrive as evidence your story continues. It is transforming. 4. Because love counts souls, not years. Age marks the body, not the spirit. Lines grace the face, not the heart. When God authors love, He writes in timing, not birthdays. He joins souls, not calendars. He tallies prayers, not dates. In the eternal realm, you are both timeless. You are ancient spirits reuniting in fresh forms. That is why the bond feels immediate. That is why quiet with them feels secure. Perhaps you have crossed paths before, not here, but beyond recall, between destiny and forever. Your souls knew each other before your voices did. The world may count differences, 5 years, 10, 15, but heaven sees perfect fit. Others may murmur, judge, wonder, but God smiles certain. He has linked two hearts speaking a tongue few comprehend. Love is not always mirrored. Sometimes one heart holds memory, the other promise. One has passed through flame, the other learns to fly. But united, flame becomes glow, and wings find course. Love is never unequal in soul value, only in age. 5. To teach you love without conditions. A younger heart may not bring sameness, but offers truthfulness. They love with presence, not possession. They love with wonder, not wariness. They love with freedom, not fear. They show you love should feel like shelter, not shackles. Their spirit is untamed, swift, vivid, young. Yours may be serene, patient, rooted, yet unconditional love builds bridges over differences, not walls. You cease caring for outsiders' views because love from God needs no human approval. You learn to let love expand. You learn to love without grasping. You learn the heart grows when it trusts instead of controls. It is not you molding them. It is both of you lifting each other into truer selves. You teach them steadiness. They teach you lightness. You teach them richness. They teach you delight, gently, beautifully. God reshapes your vision of love. Perhaps the past taught you love must wound. Perhaps you knew love as silent tears. Perhaps you thought love demanded loss, quiet suffering, ache. But now God declares, let love be soft. Let love be kind. Let love flow freely. Let love restore you. No struggle, no dread, no bonds, just spirit meeting spirit where years mean nothing. 6. Because God desires to redefine love for you. You may have tasted love before, yet this feels new. It does not deplete you. It does not bewilder you. It does not make you doubt your value. It cradles you gently. It plants peace where turmoil once ruled. It feels like coming home to a place you forgot you longed for. This younger soul shows you love can be playful and tranquil at once. Midnight talks filled with laughter. Hands brushing without haste. Hearts conversing without guard. They are fresh wind through long-closed windows. New breath filling familiar spaces. Love begins to feel light again, vibrant again, holy again. Not stormy, not hurtful, not bargained, just true, just warm, just open. And you realize perhaps love was never gone. Perhaps it only awaited divine timing and ready hearts. God sends them to revive what past pain dimmed, your faith in tenderness, your hunger for closeness, your right to joy without shame. And if you are hearing this now, perhaps this word was crafted for you. Perhaps God is readying your heart for a love unlike any you pictured. Perhaps He is bringing someone younger, not to highlight your years, but to awaken your spirit, not to erase your yesterdays, but to reshape your tomorrows. A tomorrow where you are truly seen, treasured, adored, chosen. Perhaps this time love will not shatter you, it will restore you. Perhaps this time love will not empty you, it will fill you. Perhaps this time God is returning what you always offered others: purity, tenderness, devotion. So tell me, did this reach your heart? Did something move within you? If it did, say it. I claim this with faith in the comments. Let your spirit answer. Let destiny unfold. Amen.